Yeah! Y'all know it is the highest host, Adam Ill, chilling out right here. OG PotCast, Hayes Radio. It's fucking February already. On the podcast, I got a great show today. It's kind of cool. It's like it's kind of a little stoner boner moment. I know if you follow the show or listen to me for the past decade, you know what I mean by stoner boner. If you don't know, don't worry. Stop. Calm down. It's not that serious. It's just like it's like one of those moments, you know, when you're just, as a kid, you're like, yo, it'd be dope to smoke with this person, or it'd be dope to chill out with one of these people. It's just like one of those excited moments, but in a weed scene. It's like a stoner boner. And growing up in the Valley and being from the 818, we were the epicenter of a lot of trends, a lot of countercultures. One of them, of course, being cannabis, which is amazing. And if you don't believe me, just look up the history and you'll see OG fucking exploded out here in the Valley. A lot of amazing growers were out here in the Valley doing indoor grows before. I know NorCal, y'all, and all the mountain and countryside, y'all had the outdoors, but as far as like indoor cultivation, like the Valley was it. And the Valley also was an epic place for skateboarding and skaters. And being a Valley kid and being on Ventura Boulevard, there was a lot of skate spots. There was a lot of schools in the Valley that were skating. They were featured in video games when skating went mainstream. There were a lot of skate shops, and you know, when I was younger, growing up, it was cool because Chad Muska came through to the shop that I was working at real quick. Some of the Shorties members, Shorties teams, yeah, old school shit. And I used to sell a lot of shit, and I used to skateboard. And one of the companies that was blowing up when I was skating was a company called Girl, and they had a bunch of decks. They had a cool little logo. It was just fucking the Girl symbol. It was fucking basic, and you know, one of the dudes that was on the original team is sitting right next to me. I'm talking about fucking Jeron Wilson out here. Valley legend.
Appreciate it.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Right?
Man.
It was
on February 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just passed. Yeah. Stoner time. Happy
Saturday,
birthday.
Thank you.
What? Thanks for coming through, dog.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no, it's crazy. Finding out, you know, I have a great research team. Shout out to my lady. You know, and I've seen you around at some cannabis events, and we've kind of know some mutual people doing what we do. Definitely. You know, you got a new cannabis brand out, Blonde, that we're going to get to in a little bit. But before that, bro, like, you were in some epic skate videos. You skated with some amazing skaters. You kind of created a lane in the culture, just doing you.
Of course, I appreciate it, man. I mean, overall, I'm just blessed to be here, you know, and to be able to ride my skateboard since, I turned 10 years old, you know what I mean, and to come full circle, being fucking, God, I can't even.
Did you ever think, like, you could
43 now, bro.
What? You're not in your 40s, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, fuck. I mean, here we are.
Well, it's life. Life keeps moving.
Know, it does. It doesn't stop.
And how long have you been skating for?
Since I was 10.
Since you were 10.
Yeah.
Did you ever think, like, the first time, we're going to talk about your first time getting a skateboard, but when you started skating and chilling, like, were you like, yo, I'm going to make a career, I'm going to get paid to skateboard, or was it just like a hobby?
Nah, I mean, I think I was just riding it and just, you know, for the love. It wasn't anything like, I'm going to go pro or whatever, you know.
You're like, I'm going to be a fireman when I grow up. This is just fun.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think in the back of my mind, you know, you have those little dreams and whatnot to, like, you know, maybe eventually I'll be like, oh, man, if I land this kickflip right now, I'm going pro. Just fucking around.
Just chilling.
Overall, at the end of the day, no, I didn't think I was, but in hindsight, if I did, I was just like, damn, I'll probably be done by like, you know, my 20s, mid-20s.
Yeah, but you're still out here, created some epic brands we're going to get into. We're a part of a lot of teams. And, like, how were you as a kid? How did you get into skateboarding? You said you got it at 10. Like, who was the first person to get you that skateboard?
It was mostly like my cousins. They had like a little ramp kind of, well, it was a quarter pipe like in the driveway.
So a little ramp off.
Yeah. And I just was intrigued by it, and basically saw them and was like,
I'm gonna do that.
No, they ended up putting like a little makeshift board together for me. And
what was that? Like they just put random wheels and trucks and a deck they had lying around. Like, here, fool, take this.
Yeah, just threw all this together. Here you go. And not for nothing, it worked.
You're like, let's run it.
Yeah. So ever since then, it was just we on.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, basically. And I always big up in every fucking interview. That's what it is, like, because that's what it was.
What were you doing before skateboarding? Were you athletic? Were you into sports? Were you like a bookworm?
It's almost like a blur, because like skateboarding kind of just took
over.
You know,
that was love.
That was it. You know, but no, prior, I mean, I was just a rambunctious little kid playing video games, riding bikes, and you know,
right, be home by the street lights are on. Yeah, that era, right?
Kinda.
Yeah. Make sure you're home when the street lights. It's not like that anymore.
You know what I'm saying? It was different then, bro. Like I was riding up and down Balboa, like at 10 years old, going down to Valsurf, you know, and like no parents around, you know. I would never let my son do some shit like that.
Not these days. I'm a dad now. Actually, what were my parents doing?
No, I think it was just.
I guess you were a good kid though. They trusted you.
I guess.
Or were they just like?
It was just. I think my mom was. You know, we didn't have the best, you know, situation, so it was more. I was kind of like able to run the streets, so to say, you know. I mean, I had my grandma and my grandpa.
You had love, but you had freedom.
It was like, I had a little bit more freedom.
Right.
I mean, like I said, at that time, it was more, you know, the kids were running the streets.
We were out there.
At least I was.
I remember that generation. They're out on the streets, but now they're just looking at their phone, like trying to catch Pokemon. They're fucking find out.
Man, dramatic change.
Find out what's going.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of people say it's changed, but you know, back then people were reading newspapers all the time, and now
That's
they're
true.
just reading a phone. It's not like that different.
True.
It's just there's a lot more options on a digital device.
Yeah, I don't want to sound old and shit, but yeah.
No, but I mean, it's true. If you just know history, you just know like people were reading books. Now you have books on electronic things, so every time you're looking at a phone, you're not playing a game or scrolling social media. There's other things to do with technology.
That's true. Yeah, but you're not always thinking that when you think the motherfuckers, they on Instagram or some shit.
No, yeah, people always like to go to negative first. There's no positive first thoughts. It's always negative
true.
first
You're
thoughts.
right.
I don't know why it's like that now. We got to change that perspective.
I like that. Let's think of positive shit.
Yeah, just think of positive shit. Oh yeah, they're probably figuring out the cure for some shit right now.
Hey.
You never know what's going on.
You
don't know what
know.
I'm doing.
Never
I'm making the most viral meme right now. Are you kidding me? No, I'm just kidding. So here you are, 10 years old. You get your skateboard deck. You start skating with your friends. You just start like doing tricks. Are you like ollieing and kick flipping and like?
I ended up like linking up with people in the neighborhood and just kind of like, you know, obviously we all see like and kind of measure on who can do what and
play skate.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't quite skate back then, but yeah, in our minds, you know, it kind of was. But no, it was just, you know, going out and having fun and just kind of just motivating each other in a sense.
Were you a quick learner? Did you like pick it up quick, or were you?
I think with skateboarding I did. You know, it's one of those things that, I mean, yeah, I just had a knack for it for sure.
Because I love skateboarding, but like I tried doing shit and I could land things sometimes, you know, the 50-50 grinds, the kick flips, the heel flips, like off a curb, like basic shit. And then I would watch skate videos, right? And then I would see like Rodney Mullen versus Day One Song, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are these? I'm never gonna be able to do that shit. I'm like, I love this shit, but I'm done. Like,
so that's the thing for me.
I
would see the videos and I would be like, I'm gonna try the shit in the video.
So you got inspired and motivated.
Inspired to go do that.
See, I was just like, yo, that's way beyond me. Like, I love this, but I'm too delicate. Like, if I fall, I'm just like, yo, I'm over it. I wasn't even a pro, and I would try to do shit, and I would hurt my wrist. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Now I can't live.
I feel you on that.
And it's like, I gotta make money, and now I'm injured. Like, how am I gonna weigh these sacks out with the fucking fucked up wrist? Like, what am I doing?
I mean, I feel you on that. Believe me. I mean, I ended up breaking my wrist one time, right? My friend.
Just one time?
My wrist, just
okay.
one time.
What else have you broke?
Skating. Skateboarding. I've broken my ankle and never knew that I broke my ankle.
What? How is?
Because I never went to the doctor.
But how do you not know it's broken? Doesn't it hurt?
It hurt. Don't get me wrong.
But there was no blood or anything. She's like, I'm cool.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna wait this out.
Isn't that weird? Like, guys, like, my girl's always like, you should go to a doctor. I'm like, yo, I'm not bleeding. There's no bones sticking out. I'm like, I'm cool.
That's the thing. I know.
I'm a skateboarder.
I was having that conversation with my man the other day. I'm like, bro, there might nothing be going on, but we gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah, you still gotta check. Now you're an adult. Now you're responsible.
Yeah,
you're a father now. You're like, no, we're checking this shit out.
Yeah. Back then, I didn't do it. Obviously, I should have, especially because I'm a pro skateboarder, so I should maintain my body and whatnot. But I didn't do it.
How long was it broken? Until you realized it was broken?
Because then something happened to it again, and then I went to the doctor.
It didn't turn all black and blue?
Then the doctor tripped on this. He's like, hey, did you ever break this shit before? He's like, have you ever broke this? And I'm like, nah, not that I know of. He's like, you broke this.
You're a G, dog. You're out here just skating with broken ankles.
I was like, no wonder it took fucking 4 months to heal.
Oof, that's so crazy. So what was like the first trick that you landed? You're like, hell yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think the first trick that would just open the door would just be like a kickflip.
The kickflip? I mean? Ollie's was too basic. You're like,
Ollie was just like, yeah, that just came. But then
that's like walking.
When you flip your board, like, and you land on
and you stick it, you're like, yes.
Damn, man, okay. And you just get inspired by that. And then once that happened, I was just like, let's go.
Let's go. Let me try it with my heel. Let me try to 360 flip it.
Yeah, and you sit there repetitive.
Let me hard flip it.
Be out there by yourself, like just going, you know.
Damn. So, okay, 10 years old skating. Are you're still going to school? You a good kid?
Yeah.
Pass in?
I had to maintain school no matter what. Nothing really happened until, as far as like really getting sponsored, until I was like 13, 14 years old. So school was always priority anyway.
And being sponsored at 14, what does that mean? Like a skate shop that's giving you free trucks, or like?
Kind of, yeah. That's part of it. But then I would start getting like I'd go to there was this yearly thing called the Quartermaster that they would held in Goleta, which was in Pal Peralta. It was the Pal Peralta skate zone.
Okay, where's Goleta at?
Goleta is like probably like 10 minutes out of Santa Barbara.
Okay, so a little north from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
North LA.
Yes.
For people that don't know.
So I would get the opportunity to go there because of my local skate shop would be able to
pay
for it and bring us out there.
You're 13. You're like, yo, I don't have money to get. I don't drive. What the fuck? There's no Uber.
Yeah, I'm just so eager and jump in the car. Let's skate something different and be in a contest. So yeah, we did that, and yeah. That was like
that opened up your eyes. You're like, yo, let's do. How'd you do the first competition? Do you remember?
I mean, I think I did like top 5 or something. I mean, it was
for your first time. You're like,
yeah. But I was like so like stoked on just skating something new and just being in the realm with my boys as well, because it was like a team thing, you know. So yeah, it made it that much more the energy.
So when did you feel like I'm real, like this is it? Because at 13 you're going to skating, it's cool, it's fun, but when were you like, yo, this is like,
I mean, right when I started getting some, like, I would get some wheels from after that contest. This guy named Berto, I think he was for Santa Cruz Speed Wheels. He came up and gave me some wheels, and then Solomon Aga from Real also was just psyched on me and gave me some boards, and you know, kept that conversation going, which opened the door for Real skateboards. So I think when I was like around 14, he started giving me some boards. So that's kind of what opened the door, like really. And then once I was getting that response from other people, that it kind of just made me like, wow. And then I'm getting free boards. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like how.
And I didn't have money. Like we didn't have money to be buying boards. Like it was very like. I was given boards to, like, you know.
That's how I felt, bro. Like, it's crazy just the relationship between, like, the skate culture and the cannabis culture, and how they both were, like, these countercultures that no one really fucked with. And then all of a sudden, like, big businesses realize there's a lot of money and they try to, like, get in on it. Because when I started the podcast, like, I was just getting free weed. Like, I wouldn't, like, people were just giving me.
The realest shit right
people
there.
were just like, yo, here's an eighth. I'm like, yo, let me get like an eighth. I'll talk about your dispensary. I don't want to buy the weed, but I'll talk about it on the show. And then they would just give me some weed. And then they'd realize that people were coming in after I would talk about it.
But you created that. That's what the dope thing is. So it's like they didn't even think about to like, I can just give this dude some weed.
Yeah, well, there's no place for like cannabis back like 10 years ago. There's nowhere weed place. You couldn't advertise on billboards or magazines or commercials. Like there was like certain websites or forums. Like social media was just kind of starting, so I kind of had a podcast, and I was like, "Yo, here's an outlet. It's directly to your demographic.
It's
Everyone
amazing.
listening smokes weed. Let me fucking, yo, look, this is how it used to come too, like in bags. It wasn't all packaged all nice. It was, let me get an eighth. Yo, I got.
This is it.
Go in there and say what?
You gotta go look at it and smell it.
Yeah,
that's the shit.
We became. Yeah. When did you start smoking weed? Because I know skateboarding. You know, people mix skating and cannabis a lot. So
yeah. No, I started smoking, dude, and that's what I'm kind of. It was so taboo for me, like obviously when I first started smoking, but either way, I mean, I started smoking when I was like 16.
So, okay. High schoolish?
High school.
Who was it? Who did you get high with the first time?
My buddy named Dan Petrovic. He kind of got me like really...
Fucking damn bad influence.
Yeah, no, in a real way. He opened up the door for me, you know. He had some really good shit, and I got fucking...
Was it like a joint or a blunt or a bong?
No, I mean the first time it was a joint.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then it evolved from there into like I smoke bong. I'm a bong.
You like I got you the bong on the set right there. You got some weed. I got you some LA Kush Bloodwalker there to smoke whenever you want.
Definitely, I already did that.
He's like, I'm there. So here you are, 13, 14, now you're 15, 16, smoking weed, skating, competing, still going to school.
Yeah.
When is the big break? When are you like, this is it? Like you're after high school.
So I mean, I went through obviously.
Because I see you have over 100 decks with your name on it.
I got more now, but yes.
Yeah, like yeah. I know there's like a number like with girl alone you have like 100 and something.
It's all girl skateboards. forever indebted to them because they turned me pro, and I'm just a loyal ass motherfucker.
Yeah, so, that's great. Loyal people. Yeah, that's why you're still here.
Yeah.
You never burn bridges.
No, man, I'm not about that. I'm just definitely all about you treat me how I treat you, and then we good.
So when I was researching and talking and looking up stuff, this name keeps popping up. Tim Gavin.
Yeah.
Tim Gavin.
Yeah, Tim Gavin. Tim Gavin is basically my brother from another mother.
Hey.
He basically took me under his wing, and probably when I was like 14, 15, that's kind of like how I fell into the place of like, after being on Real for a little while. I know I say I am loyal, but the convenience of being with a brand that's in local, it was a little more, at the time, I think more intriguing to me. So Tim kind of took me under his wing, and I seen him at a few different events / contests, and he was just like, hey, come with us. And we were at this fucking, like a Halloween overnight thing at the Powell Skate Zone.
Right. Because back then there wasn't a lot of skate spots. Like you had to find street spots, and only certain people had like little private skate
going
sections.
on like that. And to be honest, I don't even know how people even found out about things like that. I guess you would get something in the mail.
Hey man, people don't know about these sessions, but they still happening.
There you go.
If you know, you know type
there
of
you
shit.
Go.
If you should know, you would find out.
Exactly. So there's the people that found out, and luckily enough, I ended up going with him that night and kind of leaving my friends behind.
Bye.
I know it was, but they knew it was up. They knew the situation, and they knew who I was kind of rolling with in the situation.
Tim Gavin's just like kind of like
he was at the time, he was that dude. He skated for Blind Skateboards, and Blind Skateboards was like, had 5 or 6 dudes that were just fucking legendary already.
I had a blind deck.
Yeah. Sure,
I had the slick one with the atom bomb with the blind character.
Yeah, there you go. I forget who had that.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember, but that was one of them. That was the one I wrote to high school when I was in high school. That was crazy. Memories.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Reseda.
Okay.
I saw you went to Birmingham.
Yeah, right down the street.
Right down the street. Hey man, Reseda. Look, I went to Reseda. I'm a Regent. I'm proud. Fucking our house. But I got a paycheck when I graduated. There was a special program. It was like, how they would have all these different programs in high school to try. Like they would have like special magnets or special programs to try to build careers. So there was something called the Multilingual Teacher Career Academy. And if you graduated, you would get a check. And it was just like, they would take you to schools and you would learn to teach. And I would go to elementary schools 2 days a week, which is off campus. And I would go on a shitload of field trips. And it was, I was learning a lot. I was on my way to get a teaching degree. And then I realized that teaching is great. And it's a great job to have, but it doesn't pay with a lifestyle that makes you happy. And it's a lot of work. And it's unfortunate. I think teaching should be one of the higher paid jobs since they're taking care of the next generation and they're teaching people. But I was like, they get paid once a month. They get all these taxes taken out, and it's like the lowest paying, especially in like a public school, right? Unless you're like a private school teacher or a professor, which takes a long time to get to. It's just like
love. You got to do that shit for the love,
passion. And I love teaching. I love entertaining. Like it just goes hand in hand.
You're doing it in a different way. How about that?
I found a passion in cannabis, and I was like, this is it.
That's it.
Cannabis.
That's it. Yeah.
We changing lives.
You found it. When did you find your shit?
What?
I'm trying to turn it on you.
Yeah, they know. We know. The first time I spoke was like my bar mitzvah. I was like 13. Born in the valley.
That's all you.
That was like the first time. Every day was like 15 when I started like being a daily consumer.
Yeah, every day for me was like 17.
Yeah. And I was never ashamed.
I was off and on 15, 16, and then like it just evolved into.
I never hid it. I was never ashamed. I felt like it was like beneficial for people. I don't know. I just had that connection immediately with cannabis, and I knew it was just like a bunch of lies that people were saying that it was bad.
I agree.
Because it helped. Like, people may not realize it, but it's like taking vitamins or taking, like, people take these supplements because they feel like it's better. That's like what cannabis is. If you take THC, it just kind of helps you. If it's with patience or with nerves or with sleep or with appetite, it's whatever you need, it helps you.
I agree that we can abuse it as well. But at the same time, hey.
You can saturate, you can oversaturate your cannabinoid receptors.
But at the same time, as long as you know your
you can abuse
levels
anything.
Here, you're good.
You can abuse anything.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
But some people have different tolerances, Like, if I drink a beer and you drink a beer, we might react differently. I might get a little bit more drunk because I don't really drink a lot of beer.
True. I drink a little bit more. So
there it is. So
no, back to Tim Gavin though.
Yeah.
That's been my guy. This obviously this whole time in a sense of. So he kind of took me under his wing, and after Blind started, then Girl kind of started bubbling a little bit, and he kind of got me to that point.
Because I seen you were chilling with pros and you were an amateur, and they took you around and you weren't even a pro yet.
Yeah, but that's usually how it is.
What makes you? How do you turn professional? Like, when do you from an amateur skater to a pros? Because this is how I define it. Mm-hmm. Like, we're all smokers, but how do you become a professional smoker? Mm-hmm. Is you get paid to smoke weed. People pay me to smoke weed.
True.
So now I'm a professional smoker. Right.
But I was getting paid as an amateur, so that's
so
I mean, if there's ways, I mean, and amateurs are getting paid these days.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether you're pro or amateur these days, they're
even influencers are getting paid.
There you go. So that's considered. What is that considered?
It's like
pro or amateur? I don't know what that is.
I guess it depends on your following.
There you go. There you go.
Blue check or no blue check?
There you go. Blue check is a big deal.
Blue
I still
check,
got that blue check. I'm waiting for a blue check.
What? I'll talk to you about that off air. I can help you out. You've been in a lot of publications. I mean, you've been in a bunch of skate videos. You've been in major. You've probably been part of movies.
I don't know. Like the thing is like these algorithms and like you gotta.
It's not even about that. It's not even about that, bro. Jeron, I got you, bro.
Please.
I got you. We'll get you. We'll get you a blue check in 2020.
Thank you.
Because right here,
I would be very, very accomplished.
Let me know.
Accomplish something. Shit.
I got you, bro. I'm on your. We're connected, bro. It's happening now.
There we go.
So, because it says here you found out you went pro for Girl after the first video, Goldfish. Is that?
Yeah.
That's true?
Yeah, so...
skate videos were the shit. I remember when, like...
That was my catapult and how I went pro. So you were asking how do you go pro? Like,
yeah.
You know, everyone has a different way of going pro. You can go pro off of fucking entering contests, you know, and a matter of, like, obviously the brand that you skate for as well. But Girl doesn't just turn you pro because you skate for skating contests and shit like that. It was more like the demand. People have to demand the shit. So at that time...
That was like... So you're like 10 years in you're like about a decade as a hobby, and then you're like, yo, now you're a pro. How was that?
Yeah,
what does that feel
19
like?
19 years old, bro.
Is that young? Is that considered young in the?
Yes and no. You know, there's
because these days there's kids that are like 6 doing 900s.
Yeah,
and
I mean, these days it's just fuck, man. But
it's like video games.
So much more like. Like we were talking earlier about like skate parks and stuff. You know, we didn't have skate parks, so we were talking about
street skating. That's what I was saying.
I had to go travel. I had to go fucking an hour and a half to fucking Goleta to go skate a skate park. You know, which I would just use these skating street.
What shoes were you using when you skated? Because I know that was a big deal.
Shit, I had Etnies Wrap. That was like a big deal for me. I had Airwalks. I mean, we're talking.
Did you have your own shoes? Like,
I had my own shoes for DVS skateboard shoes.
What? DVS? Yeah, I remember DVS. I had so much DVS gear. I actually posted a Throwback Thursday with the DVS shirt, and people were talking about the shirt more than the picture.
That's a funny shit.
Just like that logo, the circle.
Yeah, that shit started in '95, bro. That was out of the valley.
818.
Out of the valley.
I remember it was out of Ventura and like Wilbur. I remember the offices because I skated there, and there was like a rumor like that's where the DVS headquarters is. Yeah. I was like, let me go knock on their door. Yeah. But I didn't have balls back then.
Their first offices were in like the fucking. It was like I think an old porn.
Chatsworth?
Office. Yeah, in Chatsworth. Yeah.
Valley, bro.
You already know.
I did that shit. I did that shit for a little bit. What? So, DVS was cool.
Yeah, that was, I mean, shit. I couldn't have, another path that Tim kind of created in a sense. He basically started that with the Dunlops that owned 118 Board Shop. I'm not sure.
I remember 118. I went to one of their, that was in Granada Hills or some shit off of like Devonshire. It was like Deep Valley. Like
Devonshire and Balboa.
I remember they had like a little event in the parking lot.
Yeah,
and
they did a shitload of and shit.
Yeah, I went to that. I was the kid in the crowd going, yeah, let me get a free shirt.
That's so amazing.
Damn.
The full circle here is really shit.
818, say it backwards.
818. I was like earlier, I mean, when we went to dinner, I was just like, man, you know, and you didn't know I was from the valley either, like I'm born and raised. Yeah. I'm like, man, you know, I fucking fuck with people that are from the valley.
The valley's a different spot. Like if you're from here, it's different. It's just like it's like LA, but suburbs are right in the mix because a lot of shit happens in the valley.
Yeah, but now when people talk shit a little bit, whatever, motherfuckers are moving here.
They live. That's what I say.
They live here.
They live here.
You know,
they're out here. We got
now.
the good restaurants. We got parking.
Anything on Ventura, you can find anything on Ventura.
Fire, Michelin rated.
Mm-hmm.
Award-winning spots, the best sushi.
Listen to him.
So you were a part of a lot of brands, you know, with Real, with Girl, DVS, also a crazy brand that went super mainstream diamond supply. I remember seeing that everywhere.
Yeah. So in 2009,
you had a shop on I think it was Fairfax.
Or 3 different locations on Fairfax. Yeah,
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as the evolution. So yeah, in 2009, I was able to have the opportunity to team up with Nick Terche to be involved with Diamond, man, and it was a fucking beautiful opportunity. I think the timing was appropriate. Because, like, I'd say within a year, I think everything started to change, and really started to go viral.
Because skateboarding, like, it was, like, super counterculture. I remember it was negative. People were like, oh, you're just a fucking skater. You're fucking destroying properties, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, like, it all of a sudden became normalized. Like, Tony Hawk does a 900. There's a Tony Hawk video game. People are putting skate parks all around. Like, clothing is found in, like, basic stores in the mall and at major retailers. I know Target's picking up brands and Macy's is picking up brands. Was anybody approaching you or any of these, like, major companies hitting up pros like, yo, you want to collab? Like, should we do some shit? And was there a feeling like, yo, fuck these chads, these culture vultures trying to come in on this culture, like trying to make it out there? Like, nah. Or was it like an opportunity? How were you feeling during that time? Did that happen?
Well, for me, like, I was already intrigued by Diamond, what Diamond was doing first and foremost, and what Nick had created. So for me, I was already a fan, and then to be involved, he kind of already created that lane of, like, who was going to be
the hype, like the cloud.
Collabing. All the collabs was basically his thought. So whatever he was doing, I was kind of like, kind of vouching. Don't get me wrong, I would be here and there, giving my opinion, but for the most part, there was, he was kind of leading that role in a sense.
So you were just like, yeah, I'm just rolling with my dude. But there were like people, because I'm sure. I mean,
individually, like, for me, creating opportunity for myself, no, it wasn't like that, because I was already, a part
involved,
of this.
Right.
Like,
fuck y'all, I'm cool. I'm not.
I wasn't really trying to, like, there was really nothing, it was all about Diamond at that sense, I mean, I'm obviously I'm a pro skateboarder and all that, but at the same time, it was just, that was kind of the back, you know what I mean? And so it was more about Diamond at that.
Are you still skating?
Yeah.
You still active? Sure. What's your favorite trick?
Not as active as I should.
What's your go-to? What's your favorite trick?
My favorite tricks are my easiest trick is a heel flip.
That's heel
my
flip?
go-to. Yeah, that's my go-to.
And you're known for Pop getting that shit.
Yeah, I mean, but that shit slowly starts to leave you if you're not active enough and really. And as you get older, bro, I mean, don't get me wrong, you'll still see some clips of me getting out there,
doing
some shit, but at the same time, it's,
What was like your oh shit trick that you landed? You're like, hell yeah.
Shit, probably it was in Mouse. I did a switch heel flip, shove it over a table. Off a bump. Yeah,
what?
That was, like, one of my ones, like, yeah.
Because skating started getting crazy. I saw people going, like, water tower to water tower, doing, like, 50 stairs going down.
Man,
like,
this shit is, like, some stunt shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I won't even jump 50 stairs. You want me to do it on a skateboard? Like, what?
Don't get me wrong, I jumped down some stairs, but it was like ollie. I ain't trying to, like,
do no crazy.
I'm not trying to hurt myself jumping down shit.
What's the most stairs?
Yeah, like, probably like 11 stairs.
Sheesh. Just like 11. I ain't no.
Nah, but like, nowadays that's nothing.
I did a 3 stairs.
Like kids like fucking 14, 13 years old jumping
fucking decks that are
there. No, jumping 14 stairs, jumping stairs like their age and shit.
That's crazy. No. Is there like a skater that you skated with that you're like, oh shit, I can't believe I'm fucking riding with?
This is the thing, man. I've never been to the point where I'm like, oh my god, I respect everybody, love every human in that sense, but I've never been to the point where I'm like, damn.
Do you have a favorite skater?
Guy Mariano. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I would say almost from the Valley because he's from Burbank. So,
yes.
I don't know how you look at that, but
I mean, they have their own police department and their signs are
that's not.
They're still A18.
They are still A18.
But I don't consider them because they have their own like police department and their street signs are different colors.
Yeah.
And their streets go different than ours.
Yeah. So like, that's my only pet peeve about that shit.
The Valley like ends like 170, like Vineland, Lancashire.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Like the 170.
We're on the same wavelength, bro. We didn't even have to talk about that shit, I guess.
What's like a typical? So I know now you're a dad.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in the Valley. What's like a typical day? Because I know you have a new product out that you're launching too.
Yeah,
in the,
man, I stepped into the whole lane, bro. I stepped into your lane.
It's not my lane. It's our lane. This
our
is
lane.
This is a community.
That's the thing about this whole new community that we stepped into. And
I mean, now it's kind of like, well, it's an industry because that's when all the chads came. Now it's like a circus because there's a lot of clowns involved. But it's still like, there's still good people involved.
No, there is, and I'm starting to see that.
Yeah,
and,
you got to filter it out.
It definitely, you can do that very easily. I think it's not that simple.
If you're a good judge of character.
For sure, and I think I'm somewhat of a good judge of character.
I'm very optimistic, and I look at the best in everybody because I feel like everyone's like me. So sometimes it's fucked up.
I do that too. I'm not. Sometimes it's fucking can get the best of you because you do want the best.
I gotta work on that shit because I'm just very friendly to everybody.
I am too, man. How do you say that? I try to be open-hearted in that sense, but no.
It's because we're passionate about things. I feel like we're just like genuine.
That's
passionate.
Aquarius too, bro. Like I'm passionate about whatever I'm fucking doing, bro.
I'm water too. You know what I'm saying? See?
Yeah.
We're at sea.
It's already blending here, bro. Straight up. No, but real shit. Overall, we stepped into the cannabis industry, man, and like, I was very nervous about doing it because of just the taboo of me not really putting myself out there, you know what I mean, to be a part of this culture that I've been a part of, lightweight on the side, just because of skateboarding, and everybody in skateboarding. I'm not saying everybody, but there's a lot of, I don't even want to go, there's a high percentage of skateboarders that smoke. And
I think a lot to do.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
That's why I wouldn't even, like,
most.
Yeah.
I think most of everybody in the world smokes.
Yeah, it's getting to that point.
A lot of people are coming out of their little
hibernation,
scared place of their paranoia.
Yeah, as myself. So as we're starting this brand, I'm still kind of like shedding layers of this shit.
Yeah.
But overall, it's called Blonde Cannabis.
That's right.
And we launched in September last year.
Hey.
We're still in the process of fully launching, so we're having layers of. We just had an event this past weekend, which was my birthday, and
yes.
I have this. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I was gonna be there, but I had my popcorn lunch.
Yeah,
which went pretty well. Thank you guys.
Congrats on that. Straight up.
Regular popcorn for everybody.
And I heard it sold the fuck out.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We had a good turnout. A lot of people bought it. It's a good flavor. It's you like chocolate?
I do.
Do you like spicy food?
Lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a spicy chocolate flavor.
Is it super spicy?
It has a little kick to it because I like spicy food, but it's not like for me, it's a good spice. For some people, it might be a little bit, but it's not like so overwhelming where you're just like, I can't eat this.
I probably would fuck with it.
Because it has chocolate, so it has like a little sweet. It's sweet, then it's spicy, kind of like me. It's just like
sweet kickback.
Yeah, but it's cool. I'm trying to diversify, expand, just like you're doing out here.
This is the thing. I mean, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur here.
Yeah.
So we got a few things bubbling here.
And it's cool. It's just like normalizing cannabis. I think is the best thing anyone can do if it's any audience, any demographic, because we all have different eyes looking at us. So it's good to have you finally come out and your boy make some quality What are you doing? Cannabis concentrates?
Yeah,
carts?
we're doing carts, we're doing disposables, we're doing fucking all the above, bro.
Yes,
all of it. So.
And you guys got what do you guys? You guys got farms? You guys got good products?
So we have a cultivation here in Sun Valley.
Hey, 818.
818. We are staying local. But there's obviously layers to it, as you know. When you say that, you have to. Sometimes people have to tread lightly, But yes, it's a small grow, and we plan on expanding. That's the thing, So I think that we don't want to come out too prematurely. So as we come out, it's a slow process.
Nothing good is rushed.
Exactly.
Nothing good is rushed.
And also there's gonna be other components to this. We're gonna be having a apparel component that is gonna be very exclusive to the point where the numbers are going to be very low on what we're going to be selling, and it's going to be tasteful. So we're going to have something that people are going to be intrigued by a little bit, but then it's hopefully people will seek it, and that's the thing.
You just got to put it out there, make it good and affordable, and I'm sure
I brought you some goodies. So,
what? Yeah, where's it at? I'm down.
Yeah.
What we got? I
brought you a little.
Oh, what? That fresh white, clean? Is that white? Is it gray?
It's like an off-white. It's like a creamy. Yeah, just a creamy color.
I see.
You already know.
That cream blonde. Okay, I'm with
it. You
it.
can feel the you know.
I know you've been in apparel for a minute, so you go for quality.
We're brand guys, so
got the good stitch.
The people that are behind this, they're definitely trying. We're trying to make sure that there's quality.
That nice weight. It feels kind of like one of my Kith sweaters.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. So we have a new dynamic trying to come into
that blonde life,
the cannabis industry that I hope that people are going to be intrigued by.
I'm ready. I got some shoes I'm ready to wear with this right now.
Yeah. I got some.
Oh, you got more shit?
I got some more goodies.
What else we got? Okay, I'm with it.
I gotta go with both. I gotta show you.
What?
This might be one that you hang on the wall type.
Oh, I am not skating this. I'm probably gonna fanboy out. Maybe have you sign it too.
There we go.
But got the Jeron Wilson girl skateboard.
Kind of got that like fucking.
It's got
Martin vibe.
Martin African fucking
culture vibe. There you go. You
what?
already know.
It's Black History Month too.
It is.
What?
Perfect. You already know.
Damn.
And then I brought a shirt as well.
I'm not even gonna put grip tape on it either. I'm just gonna leave it. And a t-shirt. I got new fit, new deck. I'm out here. Got the long sleeve tee.
The long sleeve tee.
Okay.
Another, you could feel
quality.
the quality.
I feel it.
I mean?
I'm with it. I appreciate it, dog. This helps me
Right.
pack, cause I get this new shit. Take it,
new
wear
friends,
it,
and we always gotta,
I feel like I gotta get you shit. I got you though.
I got you.
I got you. I got some things. So I want to ask you, because cannabis, has taken me a lot of places. What? You want to take it back? No, you can hold it. Yeah. You can put it back on the table. Thank you. Cannabis has taken me to a lot of places around the world, places that I never expected. Just I started consuming it, and starting this podcast in 2009, and just worked and networked and got all around the world. Is there a place that skateboarding took you? You're like, yo, I'm skating in.
I think every place that I have traveled across the world, I'm just like, I always take a moment to be like, damn, man, I can't believe my skateboard brought me here.
A heel flip brought me to China.
No, it's real shit, bro. Because I've been to China.
Let me not say China because it's very sensitive right now.
I wouldn't be going there right now, obviously, with all the chaos.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No,
I mean, every year it's something. I remember SARS was something. I remember anthrax was something. I remember measles. Yeah, the West Nile virus was something.
They're trying to fucking scare us, bro.
Yeah, every year.
I'm not trying to be scared. I'm trying to, be cautious and aware.
Every year there's something.
I'm definitely not going down there. There's no reason for me to go down there right now.
But where's the craziest place you've been? Like, you skated the Great Wall of China?
I've never been to the Great Wall of China, which that's one of the only spots that. Well, there's a few others, but the place that I would say that is an overall mecca, it would be Milan, Italy, because they have the train station there that's just fucking legendary. If you know about skateboarding, you go to the train station there. It's just street skateboarding. This is just the blocks there, the ledges there,
and they keep it there for everybody. Just it's like a tradition.
I mean. It is what it is. It's just local people walking around.
You skateboard,
but that's just one spot. But I mean, I've been to so many spots across the world. Australia is. I mean, I definitely took one there, and I'm just like, man, thank you.
Where's the craziest, where the culture where you guys pull up? Because I'm sure when you go to these countries, you go with a team or a group of pros. Yeah. You guys are filming for videos. Is there a city where people were just like?
Philippines was fucking crazy, little next level, and we went to a layer that was outside. I forget the name of the city right now. Forgive me.
Just the suburbs.
Yeah, the suburb, and it was
jungle.
They were tripping, and it was some.
What's the craziest thing you've eaten on these trips when you go to these?
I know. Just speaking of Philip, they tried to get me to eat some shit called balut, and balut is basically an egg. It's a raw egg that the embryo is almost about to eat.
No!
And I'm like,
that's crazy. That's why they're all getting sick out there. That's crazy.
I was like, nah, I'll pass on that, but I'll watch you do it, and they did it.
Oh man, because I've seen, skateboarding videos. Everyone's seen the Jackass crew on MTV. They've kind of come from the skateboard culture. They're all kind of legends out here, and they've done crazy shit to each other and on the road. And there was that tournament. This Thrasher do it, King of the Road. King of the Road.
Yeah.
I know they do some crazy things in there. So I know while you're out on tour or skating, fools be daring each other and doing crazy shit, especially in the culture it is. So. It's just crazy to see, and you probably were a part of a lot of that weird shit.
Yeah. I mean, I have some buddies that do some weird ass shit. For sure.
Eating raw eggs with a half embryo.
That's one element. I mean, there's just so many. I mean, I have a dear friend that he shoots shit balls and on demand. This is back.
What do you mean shit? Hold on, pause real quick.
Exactly.
You said he shoots shit balls.
Yeah.
if this is what I'm thinking, he just sits there. And
He can fart on demand. He can do crazy.
He can shit like shoot a shit ball like
Yeah,
like a
shoot it,
boba looking type of nugget.
Yeah, I would. Bro,
What the fuck is that?
You got some weird, like not some weird, but these are just beautiful humans that are capable of doing crazy things with themselves. And when you're,
I wonder how you learn that.
When you're a skateboarder, you tend to show these things to your friends.
Because them road trips are long. You're on a bus. You're going to.
This is a dear friend that we didn't even.
He was just a homie.
The homie. But he's a skateboarder. No, we've gone on trips, don't get me wrong. But we didn't skate for the same company. It was just like other companies come together too. You know what I mean? And it's still, we're riding a skateboard, so you gotta have friends.
What's the worst injury you've gotten from skating?
The ankle.
The ankle one?
But
the double break?
That was the one that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I dislocated my shoulder.
Oof.
Pretty gnarly in fucking 99, and that lingered. I just had my shit in a brace.
Oh.
Peep this shit. I fucking ended up popping it out.
Ugh.
Got up. It went back in place. I thought it was cool. I went and sat down in the car like, damn, okay, cool. I'm cool. I'm sitting in the car and the shit pops out again in the car, chilling.
Ah!
Got out, fucking raised my hand, because that's what my body told me to do. Boom, went back in place. And I was just like, all right.
And it felt good right after?
It felt better after, yeah.
But it was still just painful for popping out.
Of course, because it was just not in place. No, this is what it comes in, man. Territory, you know, it comes with it. I'm thankful not to have more, you know. Overall, that was just that, my wrist, the ankle, shoulder, lightweight knee, but not really. It was like almost, you know,
I'm just, because I have a homie too. He was on this show, Frenchie.
Mm-hmm.
He does like that bone breaking where he like takes his shoulder, he can like pop it out of place and like do the whole shit and twist. And he's like, everyone can do it. It's easy. You just got to do it like this. And he like tried teaching us, and this fool just.
No, you gotta like be super.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, bro. That's not a normal. That's not a normal talent, bro. Not everyone can just fucking move their bones around like it's nothing.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has their talent.
I'm delicate, bro. Like if I skate and I fall on a little rock and I fall, I'm like, yo, I'm over it. That was my most annoying thing. Like the little fucking cracks in rocks where you're just like, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, no, that gets us too, bro.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Like you think,
it's
just because you're pro, like don't mean you ain't gonna fucking hit a rock. And
you're gonna
fall.
do something, yeah. Especially if you're just skating on the street, just random, you're not
That
sweeping it.
That
You're
shit
just
happens to everybody.
yeah.
That
I
shit.
see my boy right there skating on Sherman Way in Canoga, just getting off the curb and just falling, and his car going into his deck going into a car. I'm like, ha ha ha. This still happens.
This is the best of us, bro. Real
This still
shit.
happens.
Definitely.
That's crazy. So you still talking to a lot of the skaters you grew up with, hanging out?
I mean, I'm connected to them to the hip, especially like with girl skateboards. You know, like, you know, Rick Howard and Mike Carroll were at the tournament. You know what I mean? They're the owners.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know, everybody.
I saw Logic was at your birthday party.
Logic pulled up, bro. I was like, Eddie Cruz pulled up, owner of Undefeated and Supreme. Like, bro, we had some people, and that's the thing. That's what we're trying to do. You know what I mean?
The network.
We're trying to bring in a different type of atmosphere that is natural, but yet here we are. You know, but also it's about the product too. We want to make sure that we create fire ass product.
That's how I can like respect it, because you've come from the counterculture of skateboarding and understanding how like big corporations come in to exploit a culture to just monetize on it, and you're in like a position where you understand that, and you're coming into another space that's been part of your life, but you just never monetized on it or done anything about it, like a lot of people did, just because the negative stigma it had with being a cannabis consumer, and also being a pro or working with brands that aren't involved. If you start endorsing certain products, they're like, yo, we're gonna cut you. Like a lot of celebrities out there that have videos of them smoking weed or doing something, their endorsements are like, yo, you're cut. Right. You're not getting paid your $8 million a year for just having our product in your hand.
Right.
So I know
I'm trying to change that shit, because I think that's fucked
eventually,
up situation. I mean, and eventually that's going to change.
I mean, once it descheduled on the federal level, then there's gonna be a lot more federal money, because right now no one can put their money into it because it's not a federal legal business, and all their money's in a federally reserve in the bank.
True.
So they can't do like federal transactions for illegal products.
Back right now.
So a lot of brands, but I know it's going to happen.
It's real. I just saw
it's
this
inevitable.
on Instagram, like the minor league baseball is allowing motherfuckers to smoke. Is that real? Because I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the doors that are opening now. You know what I mean? You're seeing it slowly but surely. That I almost thought that shit was fake, but lightweight, that's real. Yeah. So hey, here we are.
There's people are really learning that there's actual medical benefits to cannabis when it's applied appropriately. And like you were saying earlier, you can over abuse it. People get anxiety, people get paranoid from it, that it's a chemical imbalance. You're consuming a product, sometimes it fucks you up, sometimes it makes you feel good.
For sure.
But once you find that right balance, you're like, all right, I can fucking function with this. This is just it adds a little sparkle to my day, gives me a little patience. I deal with a lot of stupid people, and this shit just kind of gives me that whatever. Like,
give me my little zen type shit. No, real shit. That's real shit. I mean, come on, man. I think there's a reason that we've been doing this, and it's been, I don't think in the back of our mind that we knew that it was going to be beneficial to the point that where we are today. But
So it's cool how you're approaching the culture, having your friends involved, getting the brand, curating the product correctly before you just rush it out there.
Oh, let me get correct too as far as the people that are behind Blonde. Chris Keefe. Well known for DQM. He's very talented. He's the creative director behind this. He's going to be definitely leading what you see as far as the visuals and product-wise. Obviously, I'm going to be kind of sideways right there with him, but product-wise, it's going to be him. And then you got Tim Gavin, which is going to be kind of like the helm of the top in the sense of the business aspect of it.
Okay.
So we got brand guys that kind of been doing this for quite some time, and we are trying to bring in a different type of atmosphere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're the passion, heart, making it happen. Because that's like me, bro. Like,
because I really smoke. You know what I mean? Like they smoke, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Keefe smokes. Tim don't.
I mean, his
smoke.
name's Chris Keefe. He better smoke.
Tim's actually so Tim don't smoke. So, but he's focused on. He knows what the agenda is to really, accomplish what we're trying to do, and there's.
Because I'm horrible with. I'll be honest, like the paperwork and business and all the back end shit, and it's great to have people on a team that understand your vision and know what you want to do and be able to execute it
for sure
correctly. Because like I have the ideas, I have what we can do all day, but putting it on paper, executing it, making it right, like that's what the lawyers are for. Mm-hmm. That's what the people in those positions are for, to make it happen. Like I'm there every step of the way. I want to be involved, but like that's not my specialty.
You have people that are just.
I'm focused on like this show. Like I bring the show, I work on it, do what I do. But as far as the tech end, like I can do it, but it just takes away from doing this. So I shout out Andrew for setting this up, the whole Hayes Network for the distribution. But I have a whole setup in my house, but setting it up. Remember, you have to break it down, uploading it, editing it. I got Chucky here shooting it. Like I could have a little camera here and do it and go home and edit it, but I got my boy Chucky making it happen because I hate being that guy. Yeah, I hate being that guy with the camera filming my shit. Everyone's like, yo, why don't you do more vlogging? Because I hate doing this. I hate doing this shit. I hate walking down the street and doing this shit. It just takes away from fucking what I'm doing in the real life. I love you guys, but that's why there's great guys like Chucky and the film crews and the sound guys and the editors that
make it all
that make shit happen.
That make it all happen. If you didn't have your, like, it's not for nothing, like, it's all about your team at the end of the day. If you don't have somebody that's in place trying to really make this whole thing come together, like, what are we doing?
You got to share that,
You can't do it all.
Find someone that shares that. You can't.
There's no way. I mean, if you can, big ups. Multi-talented people are fucking awesome.
But they're usually not happy.
No, they're stressed the fuck out. And they can't even have a straight conversation with you.
They have so much going on. Like, if you've seen really successful people that have a lot of businesses and they're just, like, kind of making it happen, like, they're just so focused, and you try to have conversations, and they're always like emailing or texting or on the phone. It just takes away from real life situations.
1,000%.
And it could be 11 a.m., it could be 11 p.m., you could be at the fucking club partying, you could be at the dinner eating, and they're just gonna be like, hold on one second, I gotta get this call. Like, bro, just fucking.
Can we just chill? Yeah, bro. It's so funny you say that. I had somebody real close in that sense that it wouldn't give you that. And
I appreciate the hustle. Like, yes, let's make it happen, but also, like, value what you got right now. Enjoy life. Like, you never know. Like, it's going to affect a lot of people in LA, but
for sure.
With the
I'm trying to be conscious of it too, and don't get me wrong. Even trying to like start this brand and launch it, I'm on the phone constantly, man, and I'm fucking conscious of it. And I'm trying, especially for my son, because I know he's noticing it, man. And it's not a fucking.
Gotta be there.
Yeah, you gotta like really take time, put that shit away.
Embrace what you got.
Exactly.
Where you're at right now.
And I'm always getting back to people. Like, I'm like, man, sorry for the late response, bro. Like, it's like becomes a fucking common thing for me sometimes.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, real shit. That's how I would go back to how you want to be treated, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be
Try
treated.
to put it out.
Real shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That energy.
Jeron Wilson in the building, legend, skateboarding legend, got the cannabis brand, Blonde Cannabis out here. You're doing the social media, right? You out here on social media?
Now, I'm not as aggressive as I should be, but yeah.
What's the social media? Where can people listen, find you?
At Jeron Wilson.
Jeron.
At Jeron Wilson.
Is that on everything? Is that Instagram?
Instagram's my main shit. Yeah.
You don't do like the Twitter? Or...
You can find me on Twitter, same thing. You know,
what?
I'm not active on it, man. I'm Instagram's. If you really want to come, Instagram is my shit.
Do you dab? Damn, we're at an hour already though. We're almost. Damn. What?
See how that flies by?
Fuck, bro.
Yeah,
There's so much more. We
could have, yeah.
Well, look. Your valley.
Hey,
there's so much
right
more.
down the street, bro.
I appreciate your time. We can have you come back, bro. We're out here.
Easy, I'm right
You got
down
the
the
bong
street.
load here. Shout out to LA Kush. I was gonna dab you out with the Connect with G-Pen, but I mean we can wait later. Shout out to Loaded.
I'll do that regardless.
I got the TKO edibles here if anyone wants to eat some. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. We learned a lot, bro. I learned a lot.
Appreciate it.
And
man.
I'm excited to see what else is coming up with you.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to.
Now you're a father. You're in cannabis. You just celebrate a birthday. You're like, damn, I'm like 40s. Like this is real.
Hey,
I could say shit like 25 years ago.
Shit's gotta happen now, fellas.
Yeah, it's time.
Everybody, shit's gotta happen now. But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you letting me, come on the show.
Oh man, it's an honor to have you here, dog. And I can't wait to have more fucking moments with you and get high with you.
Looking forward to it,
smoke
bro.
Blonde when it comes out.
Yes.
And I can't wait.
Actually, you know what?
What? Oh, you got some?
Yeah, I got some shit.
What? Oh well.
Give you that.
Let me see that. Yeah, let's fucking. I got some weed. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that little packaging.
Please.
Okay. I see you.
Sometimes I'm just so bashful and like not bringing shit out. But yeah.
Is it childproof?
It is. It's heavy childproof. There you go.
I know. I'm a child. Okay.
Yeah.
Smells like some OG.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you.
Yeah, we're trying to have quality.
You're like, I'm a real smoker. I don't want to put out shit I wouldn't smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, pinch. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out. I'm a stoner. I opened it up. I'm gonna roll it up. That's it. I gotta go here, but we'll be on the YouTube if you want to watch it. Shout out to everyone that downloaded the show. I appreciate all y'all. We're doing a show a week every Wednesday. Not every Wednesday, but we do it. It's every Wednesday on Hayes Network, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Andrew, shout out to Chucky, shout out to all y'all out there. I appreciate y'all.
Guys. Thank you guys.
I appreciate you once again. I'll see y'all. Y'all already know where to find me. Getting High everywhere at Getting High with, all that, whatever. Yeah, we're done? Okay. Bye.
Thank you. It's have to be free flowing and shit, bro.